In this video, we're going to take a look at the integration of CAM350 with Cadence Allegro. When you install CAM350, it installs some skill scripting that allows you to do several things in conjunction with Cadence Allegro. If we go to the Tools ribbon here in Cadence and go to New CAM350 Design File, it's going to take the currently loaded design and either use IPC 2581 or ODB++ to create a CAM350 session where we can run analysis, look at the results, and cross-probe the results back to Cadence. So we're going to say OK to this. It's going to load the IPC 2581 into CAM350. It's going to connect the two tools with the cross-probing option, and you'll be able to move back and forth between the two tools seamlessly. Once the cross-probing is loaded, we now can move between the two tools seamlessly, as I mentioned. Turn on one layer in one tool, it turns it on the other layer, zoom in one tool, it zooms in the other tool. So we can use this in conjunction with our analysis in order to find the problems over here in our manufacturing files, but fix them back here in our CAD system, so we only have one master set of files, and then we would regenerate our outputs after that. So we would go ahead and go to Analyze over here in CAM350. One of the things it does when it connects the two tools up is it goes and grabs the design rules out of Cadence, and it uses those as constraints for running analysis over on the CAM350 side. Now, you don't have to do it that way, but it is done for you, and then you can just choose to run that particular checklist, or as we call them, streams. As you can see, there's two streams in here. There's our default stream, which we always have in here, and then we have the one that was just created from this design, and we can just go ahead and run that one. It's going to have things like constraint areas in it and constraints that it pulled directly from Allegro, and those will populate the analysis over here on the CAM350 side. Now the other one, just while this is running, is more of a generic one that is based off of a fabricator's capabilities. So you have both options. You can run both. You can run one or the other. It just depends on what you're trying to analyze when you run analysis over in your CAM tool. You're trying to validate your existing design rules, or are you trying to make sure that it can be manufacturable, or both? So all of those are available to you as options when you do use the connection here to connect up CAM350 and Cadence Allegro. Okay, so once it's finished, we'll click OK. We're actually done with this screen. Like I said before, though, we could actually run this check as well if we wanted to, but we'll go ahead and just use the parameters that were in the defaults here, as well as what it pulled from Cadence. We'll go over to the File or Error Explorer over here, and we'll just look for an interesting error and look at it in both tools just so we can see. So you see something like this where we've got a sliver. It actually uses the error markers in Allegro. Backward annotates those into Allegro. Copper to pad type error. Track to track maybe. Track to pad. So these are all different types of errors that you might catch, but as you can see, the cross-probing is working back and forth between the two tools. And again, if I want to go to another layer, I can just double-click on that layer, it goes to that layer, turn additional layers on with the cross-probing at any time. So this is how the cross-probing can be used in conjunction with analysis, so that you are analyzing the manufacturing tools, finding problems, but taking the results of that analysis back into the CAD system so they can be repaired there, and then new manufacturing tools generated.